This little girl's my best friend. Actually, the second best friend, Gypsy being my first. She's gonna carry all my gear on the trail. Alright, let's see. There's my boonie hat. Can't go without my boonie hat. There's my lip balm and my compass. Nice and tucked in there. Alright, this little puppy. This is my filter, so I don't have to use my potable tablets, but I have them just in case. This little girl right here is the second part of that. I'll sit back a minute so you can see that. She's my gravity-fed water bag. I've got a tube that goes into that little filter, and that's how, whoop, I'm getting the shot there to get my water. Alright, this is my head net. With all the rain, we're going into Mosquito Alley. I know better than to go without that. This is my headlamp tucked in here. I'm not sure if I can get it out. It's in there pretty tight. Just so I can get around camp at night. There we go. That's my headlamp. It looks pretty funny on, but it works pretty damn good. Alright, this is always hanging loose off the back of my pack. That's my fuel cone for adding more fuel into my fuel bottle. And these little funnels here go off the side of my tarp on my hammock. And when it rains, I filter that right into my water bottles, and that way there I don't have to treat my water. Alright, this little puppy's called a dab rag. It hangs off the back of my pack. You can Google that. Bug stuff. This keeps me from getting bit, kind of, sort of, not all that much. There is my pack cover. Gotta have that, baby. It keeps everything in my pack dry. Alrighty, over here we have my fuel bottle, which I have to fill. And then we have my little shovel. It's kind of obvious what that is for. Alright, these are my lines. One of these lines, this one right here, that's for bear bagging. I toss my bags up, my food bags right up over a tree and keep them out of the bear. That line there is extra line in case we need it. And this little camel line is the one that I run my tarp over. And this extra line here is for my invisible shoes, which you'll see shortly. Alright, stakes. The stakes are to stabilize my hammock and to stabilize my tarp, which goes over my hammock. Tarp poncho. This puppy is a saver. This one goes right over me and the pack, and I hang it over the head of my hammock for extra protection when it's rainy. And we have extra straps in this little bag here. I'm kind of a fanatic about bringing extra straps. I always seem to lose one, I always seem to need one. This is my Hennessy hammock. It's my little peep pod. This is what I sleep in. Love this puppy. My hammock and my ties, my tree huggers, actually they're called, and my tarp are all in here. Alright, since the trails are wet thanks to Hurricane Irene, these are my hiking shoes until it dries up a bit. And don't be shocked, but I'm a total minimalist. So here's my hiking shoes for when it dries up. Yep, it's just a piece of sole. It's a special sole. It's formed with a slight heel cup. It's made out of Colorado by a company called Invisible Shoe, and you lace them yourself. I came up with this lace because I know what bothers my feet when I'm out backpacking, and I've decided that these are a better option for me than my Tevas, which I hiked in for years. Alright, this little puppy, this little blue pad, is what I sit on when it's wet, and the pad inside, which I'm not going to take out, but if I throw up here you might get a look at. There's blue inside. It's all rolled up, and it's in a special designed kind of like a cover, and Gypsy and I each have one. We bought them from a guy online. We slide our pad, our bedding pad, into the inside piece that we have, and we've got a couple pieces that we cut off the side here of our pads, and they go in the side and they kind of curl up around us when we're sleeping, and it helps to keep us warm, because this is what you want. This closed cell pad is kind of an insulation. Now, this puppy over here, this is my bedding. There is a lightweight, it was actually an Army issue poncho. It's fiberfill because I'm allergic to down. I can either use it as an underquilt under my hammock, which it's too warm this time of year to do. This is going to be a blanket because I haven't put zippers on it to make it into a sleeping bag. I have an ultralight sleeping bag liner here up in the top. I've just put it all in, so I'm not going to pull it out. And inside of this I have what's called an emergency blanket. It's one of those not so fancy silver blankets that you see, and that's something that I would run underneath my blankets if I needed to, if it was wet, or if you know, someone I run across is suffering from hypothermia. This other bag here that pretty much matches it, that is all my extra clothes. Yes, guys, a woman can pack light, and believe it or not, actually I shouldn't turn next. That's going to make the whole thing look pretty funky. I didn't fold anything. I literally stuffed it in there. That is what a stuff sack is for. Now, I got a couple red bags. That's one of them. I got to track down the other. And I got a whole bunch of food, and these red bags are what my food